Hello, I hope you were doing well. I can't complain. So today I'm going to be reviewing a highlighter palette, and this is from Sephora's own name brand, Sephora's Illuminate Palette, and here it be. So I have been using this for a good 2-3 months, and I haven't reviewed it yet because I got so many highlighters and I was kind of on highlighter overload. And so with all the different highlighters, I wanted to see how the different ones performed, and I've been getting new ones here and there. And I'm finally getting time to review this one. So this is Sephora's name brand, and I think it is around $28. I'll put the real price above. But as you can see, it has 6 different colors. Now I have to say, one of the reasons why Sephora can keep the prices down is because they don't always do the best packaging, which you can see it is very, you know, it's streamlined, but it's very simple and to the point. It is very definitely plastic, most definitely, which you can hear. So I'm going to be honest, it isn't the sleekest packaging, but what I do like about it, and I have actually taken this with me places, is that it's solid. Nothing's going to get through this palette because it is really solid. So if you're hitting things in your suitcase, whatever, it's not going anywhere because it's not going to damage it. So I do appreciate that for sure. But again, if you're looking for sleek packaging, you might be disappointed with this. But it's more about what's on the inside rather than the outside. Fantastic life lesson. So here you go. Here are the 6 colors within the palette. And as you can see, there's some lighter ones, which is interesting because they kind of separate the lighter ones from the darker in a strange way. So here's one by itself, and then these 2 guys, and then the 3 darker. Now, some people may not like this. I know some people like buying like the ColourPop ones where it's all light, medium, and darker tone just because they feel that they will use it more. And I can honestly tell you, I've used every single color in this palette since I have used it. Now, obviously, I'm not using this darker one or this one as much as some of the others, but I have used them for a quick look, for an eyeshadow look, and it did work really well. So I am okay with using the darker ones in a palette, actually. I have no problem with that. I can always use them as eyeshadow, and it leaves a nice shimmer across the lid. I have no issue with that. So that's just me, but some people may not like the darker colors, or some people may not like the lighter colors, but I have had no problem, and I have made them all work. Now, to be honest with you, my favorite colors of the palette have been the white and also the lighter pink, but I absolutely love the darker pink as well. And I really love that some of them are cooler and some of them are obviously warmer, but this one even, and even the pinks can be a little bit more neutral, so I think that they would work with a lot of different skin tones. So I have had no problem using them. Now I'm going to put better swatches to the side, but I'm going to quickly swatch these. This is the lightest pink that I absolutely adore. Then we have the medium tone. Then we have the white. Now that is a little bit harder to see, but there you go. I'm wiping my fingers in between in case you're wondering what I'm doing. So then we have the lightest, like a beige type color, which is right here. Then we have the darkest color. It's really beautiful. That's why I'm saying you could definitely use that as an eyeshadow. And then you have the darkest pink, which is right here, a little bit hard to see, but there you go. And it is very usable. So, but the thing is with this pink that it could go really well with darker complexions, while the lightest pink would go with fairer tones. But I have used them all myself, and they worked really well. Actually, even this guy. And I was a little bit intimidated by the beige one when I first started, just because I thought it would be too dark for my skin. But last week I went for a very peach tone, and which is a little bit harder for me to pull off just because I am a cool tone girl. But I did go for a peach look with a little bit more neutral, cool tone lipstick to bring it all together. And I did use this color. At first I was a little bit afraid it would be too dark for my skin, but the reality is it actually worked really, really well. It made a nice gold kind of glow, a healthy kind of gold look, and it wasn't too overwhelming for my skin tone. So for you fair skinned ladies out there, you can definitely make this one work. Now, this one here, and actually this one here, so these two highlighters, the lightest of the darker colors and the white one, these do not have as much shimmer as the other highlighters, which you can see looking at my arm. The other ones are a lot more shimmery. These two go on a little bit more matte. They're definitely highlighters, but they don't have as much shimmer. So they're a little bit more subtle. And actually, I will say with this palette in general, these are very subtle highlighters. These aren't over the top, or you're not going to be lit up like a Christmas tree with this. You're just not. So if you're looking for a more dramatic look, this isn't necessarily the palette for you. And actually, that's why I like it, because of what I do throughout the day. You know, I go from place to place to place doing different things. I kind of have to have a look that's very solid throughout the day. So I need something a little bit more subtle. And I think that these are very, very wearable for everyday use. If I want something a little bit more dramatic, then I'm going to go probably to a different collection. That doesn't mean that these aren't buildable. These are very definitely buildable, but even still, they don't have a lot of shimmer. They're very finely ground, you know, making it a little bit more subtle, and they don't have a lot of sparkle. They definitely do not have glitter or anything like that in it. These are very subtle. And I'm actually wearing it right now. I kind of mixed the white with the lighter pink, and it does go on really nicely, but it is very subtle. So if you're not into subtle, these aren't for you. Also, what I like about these are they are a velvety, powdery consistency. Like, I know ones like ColourPop tend to be a little bit more creamy. I do like that during the winter, but during the summer, that's a little bit harder sell for me because, again, I do have oily skin. So putting a creamy formula on top of oily skin during the summer is just breakout city. So I don't want to do that. So I tend to be more careful, and I think these powdery ones work a little bit better for me. If you have drier skin, these may not work as well for you. Now, I don't see a problem with it. I've been wearing these a lot, and I feel like they blend really well. Like some highlighters you put in, and it's just a streak, and they don't blend in well. You can use your fingers and blend them in really well for a very nice, natural look. Very blendable, and they're just very silky and powdery. So it's like a velvety, powdery feel to it. I don't find them to be chalky at all. I don't feel like they go into my pores or look like obviously... Like with some highlighters, you put them across and it leaves like a mark across your face and it doesn't look natural. Almost looks like you're just laying something across your skin rather than blending in almost for a natural glow. These do that. I love them. I absolutely love them. I definitely think they would work for drier skin ladies. I really do. I just love them because it's a real benefit that they're powdery, silky, smooth for somebody with oily skin. I wear these all day. So I will go in the morning, put these on, whatever color for the day, and by the end of the night, it's still there. So yesterday I left here, I think around 7:30, and then I didn't get home until 2:30 a.m. And you can still see it. There was some wear, especially because it was really hot yesterday, but they still were there. You could still see the marks, and it wasn't looking ridiculous. It had kind of faded in a nice way with the rest of the makeup and left a really natural glow. Though, you know, if you're touching your face, especially around the nose this season, some people have allergies. I don't, but I noticed that it started to wear off in the nose faster than the other parts of the face, probably because you touch your nose more than you do your cheekbones. So what I will say is that I've been going through a lot of highlighters lately, trying them on so I can review them for you and for myself, just because I like trying different products. But I have to be honest, I always come back to this palette. I always come back to this palette. There's been a few that haven't been that great lately, and I'm like, kind of disappointed, and I don't necessarily want to use them again because I'm like, it's not working for me, I'm not figuring it out. So I pulled this one out, it's on the top of the pile, boom. It just goes on so easy, it's so easy to work with, so smooth and silky, just blends in. You could build this up to whatever you want it to be, and it's just a nice subtle glow for a daytime look. You know, or you just, some people just don't like a dramatic look ever. and these are the perfect set for you. So if you're that person who wants to start trying highlighting and you've never done it before, I think the Sephora brand would be the best place to start. I really would. And especially because it's under $30 for 6. And there's some companies selling them for a lot more. And I just think that this gives you a really good place to start. And I am so happy with this. I have to say, out of all my highlighters that I've been trying lately, I think the Sephora brand is my favorite. At first I wasn't sure, but I just keep coming back to it because it's really easy to work with and blendable and just completely workable. So I give this a big thumbs up. Huge thumbs up. And it lasts forever. I've been using this for 2 or 3 months. Yes, I've been trying different brands, but you can barely see that you can barely see I've been using this. You know, a little bit here and there, but for the most part, this is going to last you forever. I mean, most highlighters do anyway, but this really, I've been using it every day for like the last couple weeks. Well, to be fair, I was trying another brand, but there'll be a review for that. But I just kept going back to this one over and over because it's just the ease of use and the color, the different color choices. You can just do so much with it. So big thumbs up. If I ever run out of this, which I probably won't, I would definitely pick this up again in a heartbeat. So yeah, give it a try if you're in the process of looking for a new highlighter set, or if you're a beginner or you like a subtle look, this is for you. But if you're into more dramatic or you have drier skin, this may not be your favorite palette. So that is my review for today. I hope you are having a fabulous week. I'm doing okay, no complaints. And until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye.